Okay, get ready to indulge in a holiday tradition with a twist. This Southern pecan pie is the perfect addition to your holiday feast with its sweet and nutty flavors and golden crust. Gather around the table with your loved ones and savor every delicious bite of this classic dessert. Okay, let me go over our list of ingredients today. I'm going to use a store-bought pie crust. This is a 9-inch deep dish, just for the sake of simplicity. I've got 3 beaten eggs. I'm going to use a little vanilla, melted butter, white Karo syrup, brown sugar, some salt, and some pecans. Oh, and be sure to stick around because I'm going to add an ingredient that takes your pecan pie game to the next level. All right, I've gone ahead and preheated my oven to 350. And I'm going to start out by putting in my 3 beaten eggs here. My cup of Karo syrup. Get all that goodness out of there. This is a quick recipe to whip up. I got 1 cup of brown sugar. 1/3 cup melted butter. Do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'll do 1 teaspoon of vanilla, but rather than getting another thing out, I'll just do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a little extra. Okay. I'm going to take my 2 cans. Let me set that to the side for 2 seconds. Go ahead and put my nuts in the bottom of this crust. I like lots and lots and lots of nuts in mine. Set that back to the side and get this mixed up. Now, back when I was growing up, we always had cane syrup on a shelf out under the shelter. So I'm sure that my mom, instead of using white Karo syrup, would have used cane syrup at times, which would have given this a whole different flavor. Now, if she didn't use cane syrup, I'm sure I've seen her use the dark Karo syrup. Let me see if I got some of that. Yes, dark Karo. I'm sure she has used that before. Get this mixed really well. Make sure you don't have any lumps in your sugar. I think we're pretty good. Now, remember that ingredient that I said will take this to the next level? Let me show you what it is. Roasted pecan oil. Just another layer of flavor, more depth. I'm going to do maybe a 1/2 teaspoon because it's roasted. There's a 1/4. and a half. Next level. All right, the next thing I want to do is get this filling poured over my pecans. I better put something under this too. It looks like it's going to get really full. And I'm not going to put any more than that. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a 350-degree oven. And I'm going to let it bake about 30 minutes. I'm going to keep watching it. I do not want to get the edge of this pie crust too brown. So I'll make me some foil covering to go over it. Okay, I pulled this pie out of the oven after 30 minutes of baking. And you can see this is about as dark as I want the crust, but it's nowhere near done. I don't know if you can see it. It's still very jiggly, so it's nowhere near done. But I want these edges covered. I've got a pie crust cover that you just lay on here somewhere. I should have got it out, but this should work. All right, I'm going to give that a try. Okay, it's out of the oven and it looks golden and delicious. I'm gonna let it sit here on the bar a couple of hours before I slice it. Let's give it a taste. That's really good. So nutty and so flavorful. And believe it or not, it's not overly sweet. Maybe because I use brown sugar instead of white, and also I put twice the amount of nuts as some recipes call for. So, get ready to hear the oohs and the ahs from your guests as they take their first bite of this delectable Southern pecan pie. It's the perfect way to end any meal and a holiday tradition that will never go out of style. Thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen today, and I hope you are getting excited about the upcoming holidays. I know I am. Now go and enjoy your delicious Southern pecan pie.